My name is Javahn Fergurson, New Mexico State University, 5'11", 230, middle linebacker. What goals did you set and accomplished in your final collegiate season? My biggest goal for the season was to just show personally first. I just wanted to show the scouts and everybody else who was watching that I was a good player because I led the nation in tackles my junior year. So just coming back, following that up, and showing that it wasn't a fluke. I got one more tackle than I did the year before, so I'm pretty much, did what I wanted to do when it came to showing that I can tackle, I can play football, that I'm a good middle linebacker. So personally, that's what I wanted to do, and of course, team-wise, I wanted to win some football games. Who doesn't want to win some football games? What would your coaches and teammates say about the type of player you are? I would think they would say, first of all, that I'm tough, because I like to pride myself on being a tough football player, especially being a middle linebacker. That's a kind of stigma you're supposed to walk around with, the tough guy, the big man on campus when it comes to leading the defense. So tough, smart. I like to pride myself in a lot of film study, a lot of work. So smart player, instinctive player, and just overall just good teammate and a good person to work with, because you could be a great football player and not be a great guy. So just always wanted to be that good guy that everybody can talk to, depend on, and work with. When you're studying film, what do you focus on to improve your game? The first thing I kind of course, the simple things are tendencies. That's the first thing I look for when I come to watch film. And I just get a flow of the game, because a lot of people forget to remember that it's a football game, no matter what level you're at. People are always going to try to win a football game. So you got to watch tendencies and the way guys carry themselves from first quarter to fourth quarter, and just studying your opponent. And then you have the X's and O's. You got running back, the way he lines up, which is another tendency, but it can be something real small that determines if it's a pitch play or if it's a dive play. If the quarterback scratches his leg 3 times, it's for a wide receiver to know that it's a hot route or something, just small things. So it's all about attention to detail when it's watching film. And a lot of times it's different types of film to watch. It's opponent study. I watch film of myself to kind of get better and work on what I need to work on, and just kind of watch that end zone view and see what my steps were and what made me think this or react this way. That's personal study. And so I like to kind of separate those two types of study. And when it's time to do opponent study, I don't even look at myself. But when it's time to do personal study, I spend a lot of time on just watching the way I step, watching the way I run, just trying to get better and critiquing myself. What separates you from the other pro prospects at your position? The biggest things that separate me is my passion. I haven't seen too many players play with the passion that I play with, and I like to model myself after Brian Dawkins type players, Ray Lewis, guys who just love to play football, and guys who weren't afraid to hit. And that old school mentality is just, I can bring that to a football team on top of intangibles, because at the end of the day, you can be a great athlete, you can be a great football player, but if you don't have that drive, when it comes down to it, who wants it more always comes into play. Like I said, I'm an old school football player. That's what I believe. So for sure, my passion is definitely what separates me between the next linebacker that I'm competing with. What is your off-season plans to train and prepare for professional opportunities? I worked out with Justin Kavanaugh. He's a coach out there in Chantilly, Virginia, and I stayed out there for pro day training. And I got a lot of drill work with him, a lot of work, him and Coach Connor. They helped me out a lot when it came to all my pro day technique, pro day drills, and even a lot of position drills that we worked on a lot with Coach Connor. Um, and I'm planning to head to Houston with Justin Allen. He's one of old time friend of mine. Played football out here in New Mexico State. So wherever I am though, I'm just working on getting those hips loose, and getting faster. Cause in this game, it's all about covering. It's all about moving fast. It's all about trying to get from point A to point B as fast as possible. Cause the speed of the game is so fast that every workout has to be fast. Every rep has to be fast in order to be ready to compete as a professional. What kind of strengths and abilities will you bring to a team that will stand out both on and off the field? Like I said earlier, my intangibles are, unquestionable. Anybody you ask around the facility at New Mexico State University will tell you. I tried to show up the same guy every day, being a leader, being consistent when it came to just doing things right. Even when nobody's watching, that's when your character really shows. And just on the field, I just bring that energy. I'm not afraid to be that guy that pushed the tempo, that set the thermostat. I always like to think there's guys who just go with the flow, and guys who set the temperature. And I'm one of those thermostat guys. I'm gonna push the level up. I'm gonna turn the heat up and put the pressure on everybody else around me in order to, the biggest goal, which is to get better. And that's just on the practice field, and that carries over to the game field. So that's one of those intangible things. I think another one that I bring to the table. What is your final pitch to NFL, CFL, or any other pro leagues? Um, the biggest thing I want to tell people from any league is anybody who gives me a chance is gonna be proud. Is gonna have a good football player. Is gonna get a sleeper, because I feel like all this hype going around, a lot of players, some well deserved, but some people who don't have enough hype. The way it's just, you can get paid by coming giving me a chance, because I know that it's a business of results. It's a business of what have you done for me lately, and I'm one of those guys that can do all those things. I can win some football games. I can put a defense together, and help overall make the team better. And you won't have to worry about anything external with me. So it's all about winning football games with me. So that's the biggest thing. I know that's how you get paid around here in the professional leagues. So that's what I have to say to anybody who wants to give me a chance, that I'm ready to play football.